guys, welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about Aquarius. Aquarius are very smart people. I have never heard anybody that's actually, not that smart, because most of them are actually born geniuses. And I have never seen one that's exactly have the same exact personality at all. Actually, I'm an Aquarius and my sister is also an Aquarius as well, and we're totally different people in so many ways. Most of the Aquarius are actually visionaries because we tend to think a lot. I overthink of things all the time. I have all these ideas and I have all these things that's on my head every single time, and I have to write it down every single minute. See this book right here? I would write everything down because I have so many things that's on my head all the time. Even in the middle of the night, I am OCD about it. So I love to create things all the time. I would paint, I would write, I would make jewelries and do all these things. We're highly creative. And the other part about it is we tend to overdo things all the time. I love to criticize myself all the time on how I do things. So I most likely love to create things constantly, continuously, until I reach it into my own perfection. Whenever I feel like my energy stagnates, I would actually change my, I have to change the way I look like, the way I think about things with my mind as well. I change everything. If I feel like nothing is setting in, that's actually good for me, I try to let it go real quick. And even with people, I actually love to go out and party all, most of the time, but not all the time. I'm spontaneous. I love to socialize once in a while, but not all the time, because the reason being is because maybe because I'm an empath and I can feel people's energies. So I feel other people for some reason. That's the reason. That's why sometimes I don't want it to mingle a lot. I love people, don't get me wrong, but the problem is, I feel people's pain and people's other energies. So most of the time, I would rather be staying home and read, because I love to read. I love to socialize, but I love my alone time at the same time and be with me, just by myself. What else? Oh my goodness, I'm number one humanitarian. I have seen so many things that's actually doesn't feel right for me, because with me, I don't see colors. I don't see the colors of the skin. I don't see gender. I don't see status quo. With me, whenever you however you treat me, that's exactly when I give it back. That's whenever however you treat me, that's exactly I'm gonna be treating you as. Right? It's like a give and take relationship. I don't see gender. I don't see money. And I don't see status quo. That's the reason. That's why I'm one of those people that if I don't feel like, something's uneven, something is just not right and unequal, I would actually say so. I'm one of those people that I will say something head on, because that's how I feel. I don't see anything that, other people is actually different than me. I don't see any difference. It's because with me, I see souls, not just the color, because I see souls. That's why. One more thing. whenever I have problems, I have all these brilliant ideas out of nowhere. I don't know why. But it's like I have a magic hat or something that, I just pull stuff out of nowhere. Even though, I guess I'm an excellent problem solver. Whenever something's up and, something is so hard to fix, I try to fix it head on. I don't just, tend to sit around and, not do anything about it. If I have a problem, nothing stands by me. I actually, do something about it and, just put my big panties on. And that's how I deal with life. What else? Oh my God. So I'm very passionate about my ideas. Whenever, I don't know, maybe probably just because of me, whenever I have ideas that would actually pop in my head that, I have to write it down. Or most of the time, if I have like an extra time, I would actually do it right away. Even if it's if it's like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. I know, I'm really weird. So I would actually go into my living room and tinker around with, a lot of things. And I would actually do it. Like, for example, because I love making organic soaps. So if I have all this idea of, making things better to fix my product, I would actually do it in the middle of the night, regardless. Because if I sleep on it, I forget about it. Even though if I write it down. Because sometimes everything is just too much. I cannot track down with my thoughts. That's how bad it is. Because whenever I think it's like, it's too much. It's so overwhelming that it actually consumes me. Whenever I'm focused on something, I'm focused on something. As in, they cannot. That's the reason that's why I don't like, you know what I mean? Like drama. I don't like drama because you know why? Because it stunts all my ideas. I don't like it because, it's this monkey mind that, just grabs in my head and, I don't like it. That's the reason that's why, they say that Aquarius are, cannot feel anything. That is not true because I feel too much. But the good part about it is whenever I have things that's actually, too negative, it's so easy for me to, it's so easy for me to change my mind. But the problem is that, it's like too many negative thoughts. It just stuns, the rest of, what I'm thinking. That's why I don't like it. That's the reason that's why, I don't like people who's negative and, bringing me the negative vibe. Better cut that out. Or do something else because it's not helping me at all. So that's the reason that's why, I love being with people who has the same mind as I do, who love, having the same thoughts and, the same vibration. Because that's how my thought process, gets elevated because I'm on a flow. But whenever there's like other people that, has a different, vibe, it's not just because, I, tend to be, because I don't want to be consumed on somebody else's bad behavior. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't help me. It doesn't. I'm sorry, but if it's not going to help me on how to, make me grow, I'm not going to be consumed onto it. It's just that it's just irritating. That's what I feel like. This is why, they're saying that, Aquarius are not emotional. I feel too deep. And it sometimes consumes me and I don't like it. I don't like overthinking things that doesn't serve my higher purpose. Let's just put it this way. I feel too much, but I'm logical at the same time. Like, a balance of the heart and the mind. That's why I love, whenever I try to make decisions, it's all about the intuition most of the time. Because that's the most stable. Because I know that my heart and my mind always changes. That's the reason that's why, I'd rather be intuition. Because I feel like that's my higher self, right? So, yeah, so I would actually work on things that's actually for a good cause. that's how I deal with it. If it's actually good for the collective, and that's how I deal with it, because it's just not, you know, it's, I delve on ideas that would actually that it's going to be positive with the collective. It's not just for me, but for some other people too as well. It's not just, you know, it's too complex, because I do things, it's not just because of making me happy, but other people too as well. That's how I see it. That's what I mean by, you know, being progression on, you know, just not just thinking because I want to do it. It's because I want to do it for everybody else, that, you know, that will be, you know, be benefiting everybody, not just me. Aquarius, I see that, you know, they're very unconventional, very eccentric, and most of us actually do try to wake you up, just like Lewis Carroll, who actually he actually is the one who created Alice in Wonderland. Isn't that amazing? I mean, come on, this is, you know, it's something that actually all of us can relate. Is that it's not the children, you know, it's not just children, but the whole entire universe can relate onto it. That's what I said, you know, Aquarian energy is most likely because we are delving on against the grain, being the rebel of the society. It's not because of something bad, it's because if we see something that it's not cool, you know, because it's making the collective, you know, being being destructive to themselves and to each other, then we'll say something about it. That's what I mean by that. There's laws that's actually against people, then that's not cool either. That's what I mean by being a rebel. If we see something that's not agreeable into how we see how a society is supposed to coexist, then that's the rebel side of me. That's, I'm going to say something about it. There is, you know, as what I see it is, we do have I forgot this term. We do have freedom of speech. You know what I mean? All of us have something else to say. I know that, you know what, people are not gonna like it, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Even though it's hurtful, I'm still gonna be truthful, because that's my truth. I have to speak my truth, right? That's what I said. I don't agree on barriers, on, you know, hating on each other, on some other people. I do not agree with that, because it's what I said. I don't see colors. I don't see status quos at all. I don't see that, you know, we're different from each other. That's the current energy, because, you know, we're trying to reach in the age of Aquarius, higher vibration, higher frequency, right? Since we are love, we are made out of love. That's what I think it is. It's, you know, I guess that's what they said, that, you know, we love freedom. We love freedom. It's the thought of just, you know, that I think that every single one of us have this unlimited soul potential to coexist with each other, that we are the people who's going to make difference with each other's lives, not just one person, but each and every one of us, that we are the society, that we have to live with ourselves. And I am the one who would actually, I love to think for myself, because I love to read on people that would actually benefit me as a person, such as Rumi and Osho, and I love the Kybalion. You know, it's something that would actually elevate my spirits, and instead of talking to some other people, because I've actually spoken to some other people about how my life is supposed to be, and you know, everybody's different, but I love to read on people that would actually benefit me and benefit my soul to advance in my own future, which is to just be happy and be loved. That's the Aquarian energy, right? Yeah, but most likely I love doing things that would actually elevate my soul, because I believe that each and every one of us have exceptional talents that needs to come out, you know, with creativity, because we're not just born to just work and exist. I think that, you know, each and every one of us have exceptional talents to bring out life and live life how you see it fit, but not on because what people, you know, that somebody has to tell you how your life is supposed to be. I think all of us has freedom. That's how I feel, you know, about it. You know, we're not, I love to hear my, you know, I love to do things on a more subconscious level, that we are, you know, we are one, you know, every single thing is, you know, you're all different, but we're here to coexist. And we are very, very creative and very unusual. What else can I say about thinking too much? I know a lot of things because whenever somebody asks me something, I would actually Google it. I love to find my truth. And I love animals. I love pets. I have a dog, and yeah, I feel like, you know, I think, you know, it's a connection or something, but I love animals, and I adore mine. I have a Shih Tzu at home. What else? We're very stubborn because Aquarians are fixed minds. So that means that if you decide on something, I am mature about it and stick to it. That's how I see it, because I already have too many ideas in my head. So that means I have to think quick and be stable. That's what I love about it. You know, if I'm gonna think about it, it doesn't matter how things are gonna go. I'll do it anyways. If it's not gonna serve me, then you know what? I gotta cut it off. And if it's gonna benefit me, I love you forever. That's how it works for me. Anyways, I think that's all I gotta say about Aquarius. So thank you for watching my channel. Again, my name is Christiane. If you like my video, please press like and subscribe. Thank you guys. Have a good night.